Welcome to Crawl or No Crawl. Today is February 28th, and today's Semrush reader is down from, it was yesterday, it was like 8.1, or yeah, 8.1, and today it's 5.9, so it's a little bit calmer. And I'm going to share my screen here and let you know, kind of like talk you through the history of the index or Google index detector. Okay, so the beginning of every week I have to make a new tab. It's currently not published yet, but it will be shortly. So this, to give you an idea, this was yesterday, and you can see for the week how it slowly crept up. And today we are down to 5.9, which hopefully I'll see here shortly. Here we are. Okay, all right. So today is a test day, as you can see. So the page was published at 6 o'clock. The request obviously went through at 6:02, and that's around the time that the Googlebot arrived. Now, I also want to let you know that this data you can see on the, I'll put the link in the description to history, and then underneath that is like a little carousel of all these videos, so if you need to catch up. Now, one thing I found interesting today is that the Google Search Console coverage update and the last time the sitemap was crawled, so they match. And I just bring that to your attention because it doesn't happen all the time. You think it would, but it doesn't. All right, so yeah, and then the other thing is I also want to explain like why these are not released exactly on the dot every day, because I spend either 30 minutes to an hour parsing logs, and sometimes I get off chasing rabbits down these holes. So like I did this morning, it was really kind of fun. So don't let these brevity of these videos make you think that it really only takes 5 minutes to see all this. If you're in the server log, you will have a lot of fun, but it will take you time. All right, so right, so the test page was published and the two bots arrived, Google and Bing. And what was interesting is Google did a non-rendering discovery crawl. So it didn't pull any of the pieces, it just did a HTML pull. And then Bing came and Bing did the HTML crawl, but sent BingPreview bot. There's two of them that came and pulled the pieces. So it's very likely that they're letting the BingBot just kind of like swirl around and gather up all the where can we go information from the robot's text files, and then the sitemaps, so they know precisely where to go at that point. And then BingPreview is coming back and maybe pulling, that's maybe what they're using for rendering. I don't know enough yet to say, I'm just noticing it. Now, also after I publish, I always do a quick check in the Search Console to see what Google says about the new test page. And every time I do this and submit it in this way, now I'm not using the Search Console submit. In fact, I'm recommending you stop doing that. I think that might be how you get in the sandbox. So ignore that habit of trying to do that. So, but what happens is it says that it's on the index. And I believe that's in the index that is behind the public, that only Google sees. That's where they have everything in their index. Oftentimes that's referred to as a supplemental index. And that within 48 hours, once it says it's in there, it will then show in the primary index and be findable by its fake keywords. Now remember, there's two on each test page. One is a regular HTML, you can see it on the page kind of thing. And the other one is wrapped in some JavaScript. So the only way Google can see that word is if it's rendering on their end. So now to the breakdown of how the bots were. So Google had 57, and they pretty much picked up ads, .text and robots and sitemaps. And of those 57 server log records, 36 were mobile and 21 were desktop. So we're seeing more, obviously more mobile than desktop Google bots. Now, again, the refresh render crawls, those are all done with the mobile bot. Mobile first indexing maybe, and second indexing confirmation. Notably, there was only one feed fetcher. Now that's the bot that always comes to the Google News sites. So what happened is the feed fetcher came once, but the rendering was done by the standard Google bot, desktop Google bot. Now to Bing, pretty much like we were saying, lots of robots, text, and sitemaps. It did multiple refresh crawls, but they didn't fully render. And I only saw one documented full render refresh crawl. So that's it for today. Thanks for playing Crawl or No Crawl. Subscribe so you're the first to know. And I am working on the topic for this week's confessions. And I would love it if you have any topics in mind you'd like to know about, please reach out to me. And I love providing things that you find useful. All right, that's it. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Bye.